What's up? It's me again. If you're here and you're listening, it means you like something about what I do, and I appreciate you for that. We're doing another Am I the Asshole reading. You know how it goes. I go on Reddit, I check out, see what's looking good, what's looking juicy, and then I squeeze that juice all over all of you. God, I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for what I just said. It's staying in, though. But I do apologize. This one is another one of those where I saw the update first, backtracked, and found the original post, and we're going to read both. We love those. Nice and juicy, as I said. Now we're back to the juice. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a juicy mood today. Let's just get into it. I'm sorry. All right, all my juice fanatics out there. I'm still sorry. Am I the asshole for reconsidering my engagement after he told me he will cheat on me if I don't have sex with him? Jesus Christ. You can see why that title caught my interest with the update. I didn't read the update at all. I backtracked and found the original post. We're going to read the post and the update. I'm going to go right off the bat and saying, no, you're not. Because what's a wild thing for him to say? He will cheat on me if I don't have sex with him. What a wild threat, huh? What an insane threat. If you don't get me off, I'll have to get it somewhere else. Insane. If you have that mentality, you should not be in a relationship with anyone, brother. Okay? That's crazy work. That's all right. Let's get into it. My fiance, 28 male, and I, 29 female, been engaged for 3 months. Damn, only for 3 months? Shit, only 3 months. This weekend, he wanted to talk. He basically told me that he has lots of stories about wives, I imagine is what it's supposed to say, it says wife, losing her libido and putting her husband through dead bedroom or once-a-week sex. Maybe the person who wrote this, the language isn't first English, because a lot of this is like kind of broken English. I'm going to get through it, though. Through dead bedroom or once-a-week sex. So, like, he's expressing to her that he's worried that once they get married, they're not going to have sex as much. I mean, that happens. He said he will never accept this fate for himself, and if I neglect him sexually, he will likely have sex with other women, as in cheating on me. Jesus Christ. I'm sure in his mind, he's just like, hey, I'm just being honest. I'm just warning you. But, like, what a wild manipulation tactic. Hey, if you don't fuck me, I'm gonna have to fuck other people. Insane thing to say. He felt that he needed to tell me this because sex is important to him, and he needs me to understand that he is not gonna be the guy who jerks off in the garage like a loser the rest of his life, and if I potentially want him to be okay with less sex, then he is not the one for me. Jesus Christ. Bro's got this all planned out. In his head. He's like, I'm not going to be the guy who's jorking it in the garage before I come home, because you won't fuck me. I'm not going to be that guy. Now, you're just being the weirdo who is sex obsessed. That's what you are. Who puts all of the value of your relationship on your sexual activity. Let me tell you something right now. If you're in a relationship and you put sex as the number one most important thing in your relationship to you, that relationship is not going to last. I promise it's not, okay? I'm not saying sex is not important in a healthy relationship. It is, as long as everybody's having comfortable and everything like that. But putting it as the number one thing that is most important to you in a relationship over everything else is a recipe for failure and disaster. I promise you that. It is never going to work if that is what is most important to you about the relationship you're in. Because that's nothing. That's superficial. That's surface level. It's physical, purely. If that person's not, you got to put the way they treat you first. You got to put the way they stimulate you intellectually, and emotionally, and mentally, all that stuff. Whether you have shared interests, shared goals, all that stuff. You have to put all that before sex. Honestly, like, I'm not saying sex isn't important. It should be way less important than all those other things I said. So if it's number one in your head, grow up and get out of that headspace, or nothing's ever going to work for you. I promise. Let's keep going. I was stunned and started to cry. He tried to console me, fuck you, and told me that he won't cheat if I got sick and can't have sex, but he doesn't want to be neglected sexually otherwise. Jesus Christ. Fucking... Listen, babe, I'm not going to fuck other bitches if you get cancer, but if you just don't want to, then I can't have that. I gotta get it. Fucking bro probably thinks that he's making a great concession for her by saying that. I left, and I've been reconsidering the engagement. Fair enough. I talked to my mom, and she just said to me that he's just saying this. He won't cheat, and he won't have time to cheat when he is busy with household responsibilities. That's not true. Cheaters find a way. They're gonna, especially bro's basically said he's bound and determined to do it, so, like, he's gonna do it. That's bad advice, Mom. He's gonna do it. My friend said that any man will eventually cheat if he's not getting it at home, so even if I leave him, I will be in the same position with any other man. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. That's not true at all. Listen, I get that, like, I hate those fucking generalizations, being like, all men do this, all women do that, well, men want this, women want that, blah, 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 blah. People are different, okay? People are different. You can't make broad generalizations like that about every type of person. Okay, you just can't. It's ignorant, it's immature, and it's an archaic mindset. All right? There are plenty of dudes out there that don't want to have sex all the goddamn time and will not cheat if maybe you have a little bit of a lull in your sex life. There are plenty of men out there. I'm one of them. Okay? Like, I know plenty of dudes that's not what will happen, okay? So do not lump us all in to one category and say, oh, men are going to cheat if they're not getting hit home eventually. Screw you. Okay? Date better men. Make better choices. Okay? Jesus Christ. That's like saying all women want is money from men. Like, that's also archaic and shitty. Like, people are just people. Some people suck, some people don't. Okay? Those broad generalizations are so fucking annoying. Anyway. Don't get me wrong, I have friends who are supportive of me. It's just that everyone likes him, especially my mom. She thinks I am missing a lifetime opportunity if I leave him. Is bro a fucking Rockefeller or something? Does he have is he like a billionaire or something? Like how is this a lifetime opportunity? This kind of shit from him it's a huge red flag, man. It's a giant, it's a crimson, it's a blood red flag. This shit is dripping in red paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a huge red flag. So your friends and your mom are giving you bad advice. What makes me more mad is that he himself is most supportive of me about this whole thing. He is being understanding and acknowledged that I may not feel safe with him because of his comments. He is telling me to make the decision on my own and don't care about what my mom has to say because it's my life. Interesting. You can't with one hand pose this ridiculous ultimatum of, if you don't fuck me, I'm gonna fuck someone else, and then with the other play the supportive boyfriend that's like, I completely understand why this would upset you, and you have to make a decision for yourself. You can't let anybody else influence you, so I'm here for you. You can't do both. You can't give this ridiculous ultimatum and then play supportive on the other end. That's manipulative. Okay? That's shitty. You can't do that. So you can't do both. You can't give the ridiculous ultimatum and then play supportive boyfriend on the back end. That's icky to me. That's gross. I don't like that. That it's giving manipulator. It's giving narcissism. It's giving he's just trying to placate her so she'll fuck him. Yeah. That's what it's giving. He has never given me any reason to doubt him or see him in a bad light. It's the best relationship, that's why I agreed to marry him. I get the sex is important, but still, would all men risk their marriage for it? I am filled with doubts. Yeah, I think this person is, the way they're phrasing things sounds weird, but I think that's, English isn't their first language. I mean, he's never given him any reason to doubt him, right? He's never given you any reason to doubt him until now. Because, that's a wild thing to say. That's a wild ultimatum to pose to somebody. If you stop fucking me, I'm going to fuck other people. What a crazy thing to say. I don't care how he's been up to this point. That statement alone is a huge problem. So, I get the struggle being like, well, he's been good, previously. He's been good in our whole relationship. He's been nothing but good to me. But now, make me question whatever. So I understand, the dichotomy, the problem there. But like, it's not like it was just a weird little comment. It was like he's posing you an ultimatum, being like, if you don't have sex with me consistently, I'm gonna have sex with someone else. That's an insane, crazy thing to say. I don't care how he's acted beforehand. So, I'm not saying immediately leave him, whatever. Maybe he can work through it. I don't know, but like, I feel like that's he's basically warning you he's gonna cheat on you. Like, there's an edit. I appreciate your advice and responses, but please don't call me, quote, girl. My mom calls me girl when she's being condescending. So yeah, I appreciate your responses though. Are you, bitch? How old are you? 29? You're 29? Get some thicker skin. Buck up, especially if you're gonna be on the internet. Okay, that annoyed me. Don't be dumb. Whatever. Anyway, let's get to the update now. Let's see. Update. Am I the asshole for reconsidering my engagement after he told me he'll cheat on me if I don't have sex with him? Same thing. We're just updating the story now. We had a talk, and my anger exploded on him. Kinky. I said pretty mean things to him. Could be kinky. Nothing too crazy, though. I told him that I will never respect a cheater. That's fair. I don't respect cheaters either. He basically told me that he will always want a good sex life, and if I stop having the same priority, if he doesn't have the option to have sex with other women, he won't have a choice but to divorce me. What the? Now we're doubling down? We're doubling down on the shitty bit. Not only is he saying, I will have sex with other women if you don't have sex with me. He is now saying that if you somehow prevent me from having sex with other women, I'll just leave you. Oh my God. Bro is doubling, tripling down on this awful, awful take and mindset. Grow up, brother. Grow up, okay? Do I prefer that to him cheating when we have kids or a house, or do I prefer he divorce me and destroy everything we worked for? Maybe just don't be with him at this point, because that's wild. So either you have sex, give him sex every time he wants it without question, or he's going to cheat on you, or he's going to leave you. Wow, what a dreamboat, huh? I wish I could tie this man down for myself. What a man. What a great guy. That honestly took me by surprise. I don't really know which of those two options would be better. Neither! Bitch, why are you acting like you have to pick between the two? You could pick neither. Some part of me thinks that it's foolish to destroy a marriage when you have built so much. Obviously, a better option is for him to talk to me about it, or we can figure it out together. I think the best option is for you to not get married to him. Why are we acting like the only two options here are, well, he either cheats on me or divorces me, so... what happened to you not wanting to get engaged to him in the first place? What happened to then? What happened to that? What happened to that mindset? Why are we backtracking now? Let's keep going. He said that he can only control what he can do. He doesn't have any way of controlling what I would do. So if I refuse to work on things or made excuses or didn't put in the effort, he doesn't have any other choice. Oh my God, bro. The manipulation from this dude is insane. Insane work. He's like, oh, I can only control what I can do. So it's really up to you on what happens. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Yeah, only you can control what you can do, and only she can control what you can do. You're the one who's saying that you're gonna cheat. That's you controlling what you're gonna do. You could just make the decision to not do that. You could just not. You could just not cheat. You could, since you can only control what you can do, how about you control your dick and don't put it in other bitches? How about that? How about you control that? Like, what are we talking about here? He's basically like, listen, I don't want to do it, but if you force me to, I don't have any other choice. I'm going to have to. Holy shit. This dude. He then asked if I'm telling him that my requirement for him is that he be okay with extended periods without sex, without proper effort from me, then he is not the guy for me. This person, the way this person writes is infuriating. She's, I don't know if she's dumb or just English in the first language, but this is hard to read. So what she's saying basically is, he's not the right for her. If she expects him to go a long periods of time without sex, then he's not right for her. I mean, then maybe we just go our separate ways, right? Because if that's such a concern, right? Because if his sex drive is so much bigger than hers that he's genuinely concerned about the fact that if she doesn't give him sex enough, that he's whatever, then maybe we just go our separate ways, huh? Maybe we just, maybe if the libido's so big that it's this much of an issue, right? Maybe you go find yourself a lady friend who will do that, and she can go find somebody normal. 'Cause Jesus. I said, I don't know what I want, which is true because I didn't think about it until he dropped the bomb on me. He just said to me that until I figure it out, I have no business being engaged to anyone. See, now he's flipping it around on her. Now he's being like, if you can't figure this out, I don't just think you're in a good spot to be with anybody, really. Like, bro, you're the one making this a whole issue. You're the one who brought this whole thing up from the beginning. You're the one who just out of the blue started talking about, well, if you don't fuck me every day, I'm going to cheat. You just brought that up, and now all of a sudden she's the one who's not ready to be engaged to anybody. You're the one with the immature-ass mindset about sex and relationships, but she's the one who's not ready to be engaged to anyone. The way he's flipping and manipulating is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy to see in real time from somebody, me, who can't be manipulated. It's wild to see somebody trying to do it in real time and have this girl, I don't know if she's even realizing it, what's happening here. Jesus. Okay, he left. Engagement is off. Good. We haven't broken up, but it feels like it. He left and the engagement is off, you broke up. What do you mean haven't broken up? He left and the engagement is off. You're broken up, bitch. Like, what do we... You can't call off an engagement and still be together. It's not how it works. I called my mom, and I can tell she is very disappointed, but she did her best not to show it. Disappointed in what? Disappointed in what? Exactly. I'd be disappointed if I was his mom. If I was this dude's mom, I'd be very disappointed in his behavior. What I still don't know is what is right or wrong here. I get it. Sex is important for men, and they are willing to end decades-long marriages for it. I understand the reasoning there as well. Everyone is free to end marriage for any reason. I mean, yeah, I guess you can end a marriage, you can end a relationship for any reason, I suppose, but like, again, we go with the generalizations, the immature ass mindset and generalizations. Sex is important for men and they're willing to end decades-long marriages over it. Fucking, that guy is, apparently. Don't say that about men in general. That's annoying. Okay? Like women don't do the same thing. But again, that's an annoying generalization because men and women don't do things. People do things. Okay? Men aren't all bad. Women aren't all bad. People are bad. You got yourself a man who puts so much value on sex that he would be willing to blow up an entire marriage over it. That's a dude who is not mentally or physically prepared for a long committed relationship. Clearly. Okay? I'm not going to go so far as to say he's a horrible person. The way he's been acting, the way they've been talking about him, kind of seems like he's kind of shitty, right? But, it's a Reddit post. I'm not going to make a judgment about somebody's entire life based on a fucking Reddit post by somebody who can barely type coherent sentences. So, but, taking what I can take from it, he's not mentally mature enough to be in a proper relationship. That's just facts. Anyway, I also know that if I tell any man that I need him to remain with me for an extended period of time without sex, they would not like it. Some part of me also agrees that cheating can be better than divorce if you have a happy home and family, but another part doesn't think cheating can ever be justified. What the fuck was that whole paragraph? What? I need it. Again, we go with the generalizations of any man. All men are going to be like this. All men are like him. All men are just like this. There's the generalizations. That's harmful mindset, because no, they're not. I promise. But then some part of me also agrees that cheating can be better than... This person has got to be from a different country or something. Like, where the customs and the way you look at family and stuff is different, because there's no fucking way. Like, agrees that cheating can be better than divorce. In what world? In what world is allowing cheating in your relationship better than getting a divorce? Right? In what world? How is this even a question? Right? If somebody cheats on you, leave them. That's it. Because even if you quote unquote forgive them for it, you're never gonna trust them again, and it's never gonna be a healthy relationship again. All right? So just go your separate ways. Okay? Jesus Christ. No, divorce is not better than staying with somebody you know is cheating on you. What the fuck are we talking about here? I just can't get out of my head that I will be in the same position if I break up with him and marry someone else. No, you will not. Jesus. So that's basically it. Engagement is off. My relationship hinges on my knowing what I want and I have no fucking clue. Jesus Christ. Fucking... Oh, God. Okay, so originally this is, am I the asshole, right? So I have to decide who the asshole is. Well, clearly he's an asshole, but, like, she's kind of an asshole, too. Stop generalizing men. Saying that, well, it'll be this way if I get with any other man, so I might as well just grin and bear it. Are you fucking kidding me? How insulting. How insulting to all of us out there that would not behave this way. Like, stop generalizing. I don't know if you've been taught a certain way, you're just ignorant to the way that things actually are, I don't know. But I promise that not all men are going to behave this way. I promise, okay? Like, I know the stereotype is that men are sex obsessed, and you need to keep a man's balls empty and his stomach full if you want to keep him. This isn't the fucking 1950s, alright? This ain't the honeymooners, okay? We're in a new day and age now. People are evolved. There's people all over the place that have all kinds of different wants and needs and everything. Some people, men and women, trans, non-binary, what have you, are sex obsessed, right? They need sex all the time, every day, all the time, and if they don't get it, it completely, fucks with everything in their head, and their relationships fail because of it. Those people exist, of all shapes and sizes. There are also people of all shapes and sizes, men, women, trans, non-binary, whatever the fuck, that do not want to have sex ever. Those are what we call asexuals. They don't want to have sex with anyone ever, right? Doesn't mean they don't want human connection or to be in a relationship. It means that they don't care or want to have sex. Those people exist. I know. I'm one of them. So, and then there's people all across anywhere in between those. People who want to have it, sometimes. People want to have it a little more often, a little less often. I don't fucking know. People have sexual preferences all over the goddamn place. But what I do know is that you can't just say, oh, I should just grin and bear this because all men are going to be this way. No, they're not. Okay? This dude is sex obsessed and has an immature mindset when it comes to a healthy sexual relationship. Okay? You are also immature and have an immature view on what a healthy relationship with a man looks like. Okay? So, here's what needs to happen. I think y'all two should probably not be together. I don't think bro should really be with anyone until he can figure out his shit with why he puts so much importance on sex to the point where he feels the need to bring up this conversation completely out of the fucking blue. Right? And I think that you need to get out there and interact with some different men to understand, maybe women too, maybe not trans, non-binary, maybe, play the field, get out there, see what you're into. And understand that not all men are like this. Okay? So then let yourself know that you do not have to settle for a man threatening to cheat on you if you don't fuck him constantly. You don't have to deal with that. Not all men are going to have that mentality. I super duper promise. So here's the double point here. There's the finishing double point of this whole rant and this whole thing I've been talking about. The dude needs to evolve his immature mindset surrounding sex and relationships. Needs to stop putting so much goddamn importance on it. And she... lady posted this, needs to get out there and discover the different types of partners out there, the different types of men, perhaps women if you're into that, perhaps the trans experience, perhaps non-binary if you're into that. I don't know what you're into. If it's just men, it's just men. That's great, whatever. But like, get out there, and even within men, there's a lot of variance, a lot of all over the spectrum, right? So figure out that not all men act this way. I promise they don't. I super duper fucking promise they don't. I can't say that enough. So, yeah, in closing, he needs to do some soul searching, figure out why he's so goddamn sex obsessed. And she needs to get out there and discover that not all men are the same. So, that's that. That'll be my closing thoughts on this particular topic here. Let's get into the outie part, the outro part. All right, everybody, that was the end of that one. Jesus Christ, huh? Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. You know, like, share, subscribe, whatever. Follow me everywhere. Share the podcast all over the place. Check me out over on Twitters. Check me out on the Facebooks. Check me out on the fucking Instagrams, whatever. I'm everywhere. Just check me out. D-Man the Voice. Type me in. Check it out. Look at it. D-Man the Voice everywhere. Just, there's even a dedicated Facebook page about this podcast. Just look at it. Check it out. But with all that being said, let's get into the final closing special message, everybody. And today's special message, whoo boy, broaden your horizons, folks. Broaden your horizons, and I don't know, do some soul searching, because I think that's the crux of today. The real crux of the problem today was, bro is really obsessed with sex, right? And I get that sex has varied importance to different people, right? And I'm not saying that not wanting sex is right or wanting sex all the time is wrong. I'm saying that if you're so sex obsessed that you're willing to blow up an entire marriage because you're not getting it every day, then, or, you know, as much as you think you deserve it or whatever, then maybe you need to evaluate why you put so much importance on that, right? Because sex should not come before the way that person makes you feel. The way that person enlightens you and enriches you emotionally and mentally and all that. The way that person stimulates your mind, body, and soul. Okay? The how much you have sex with them should not be before all of those things. So if it is, you need to discover why that is for yourself. And more in the vein of broadening your horizons, like I said with her, is don't be stuck in this mindset of all types of one type of person are the same, right? Don't think that you have to settle for something because it's just the way they all are, right? Don't think because you had one bad experience with one man, that means that's how men are, right? Same thing. Just because you had one bad experience with one bad chick does not mean that's how women are, right? Just because you had one bad experience with one trans partner does not mean that's how trans people are. Just because you had one bad experience with one non-binary partner does not mean that's how non-binary people are, right? Like, you can't make generalizations based off of one or even a handful of experiences, okay? Because people are different. People have different upbringings, different mindsets, different ways they look at things, whatever. And so you cannot generalize an entire group of people based on your few experiences with one type of person. So, like, and that's what I meant by, broaden your horizons in all realms of your life, right? Like get out of your comfort zone here and there and discover new things all over the place. But specifically talking about in relationships, don't get stuck in the mindset of men are like this just because this one man was like this. You know what I'm saying? Or women are like this because this one woman is like this. That's how we get stuck. That's how people stay serial relationships where they're just jumping from relationship to relationship, not changing a goddamn thing, not looking at anything differently, and they just keep winding up in the same situations over and over again because instead of analyzing why it didn't work the first time, they're just hopping right back into something again because they think that it's all the same. No matter what they do, it's all going to be the same, right? And that is an archaic mindset, okay? Not all types of one-person group of people are the same. There are variances all over the place, okay? So broaden your horizons and go into every relationship with a new perspective and a new sense of yourself and what you are actually looking for and what you will and will not tolerate. Okay? And if you see the same red flags that you saw before, take a step back maybe, analyze and see, what this person's doing that's setting off these alarm bells. Are they reminding you of things your ex did or whatever? And then maybe you talk to them about it, and if they respond the way your ex would have responded and they are getting toxic about it, walk your happy ass out. But if you talk to them about it and they, you have an actual constructive conversation about things, maybe there's something to work with there. But the point is, don't bog yourself down into a hole because you had a bad experience. Okay? And that was what this lady was talking about. It's like, I know all men are going to be the same. No, they're not. And you got to get out there and discover that they're not. Okay? That's the basic special message. Okay? Don't generalize people. Don't let your one bad experience shape the way you see all of that type of person. And just, go into new situations with fresh eyes and fresh perspectives and give everyone a chance. Okay? All right. That's it. Thanks for hanging out with me for a half hour if you made it to the end of this. I'll talk at you in the next one, huh? See ya.